Welcome aboard, kid. New episodes weekly.
Hey, Wakpak. Welcome to the Wakcast, the wackest podcast on the internet. I'm one of your hosts, Fluff McGruff.
I'm Super Symbiote.
And I'm Naboo that too.
And today, we've just got way too much content to give you.
Yeah, it's gonna be
we're not going to be able to do it. And we'll get into that. But I hope you enjoy the episode. So as some of you may know, IGN Summer Game Fest is going on right now, as well as the Geek Week hosted by Netflix. And we have seen so many premieres of what's to come in our future that if we were to cover all of it, we would be sitting here for 6 hours, and we're not going to do that to you. So we're just going to kind of highlight some of the stuff that we saw.
I don't have
specifically on the first day. That's still going.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say if we tried
Geek
to
Week's
cover,
been going all week.
if we tried to cover at least everything from day one, yeah, I don't think my mental health could take that.
No, yeah. So it's a lot of what's to come, and of course, go check this out for yourself. It is all recorded, so you can witness the whole 9-day event of world premieres for yourself. And if there's anything you want us to cover in the future, make sure you let us know. But we're going to cover some of that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and just start us off here with the Geek Week. Netflix is releasing a lot for us to be excited about in the near future.
Here we go.
Of course, we're going to see some series returning. So Umbrella Academy's coming back.
Yeah.
We all kind of figured that. Vikings did well enough to get a season 2, so we're getting Vikings Valhalla for their season 2. Shows like Sandman, Spiderhead, we've been seeing commercials for. There's a couple though that really caught my eye that I just want to talk about real quick. I think it's right up the alleyway of some of the people here as well as some of you in the audience. I want to talk about a little show called Cabinet of Curiosities. Which is a show directed by Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah. Okay.
It is a horror collection series similar to Black Mirror or Twilight Zone, starring some actors such as Crispin Glover, Sophia Boutelle, and Eric Andre.
Ooh.
Now,
all right.
Cool.
All right.
The stories that he tells necessarily aren't going to be related, but it will be a horror collection of his in the series. So similar like Twilight Zone, Black Mirror, stuff like that. Love Death Robots.
Like like a basic anthology, pretty much.
Yeah. And with Guillermo del Toro behind the director's chair, that's probably going to be crazy. Another one that I did want to talk about was the Addams Family's coming back in a series on Netflix. Wednesday, directed by Tim Burton. Wednesday, played by Jenna Ortega. And with producers like Miles Miller and Al Goff from the Superman show, Smallville. They're taking it into a murder mystery route involving Wednesday Addams and her, I guess, servant.
Her servant?
Yeah, the hand.
Hand?
Yeah.
Nice.
Thing. What's his name? Is it Thing? I think it's Thing. I don't know.
You guys are the worst.
All right. Something else that Netflix is going to be doing for us is we are getting a live action Avatar. So we've known this for quite some time. A little bit of information has come out on it. So they have addressed people's concerns as to how the show is going to go. And the target audience that they're actually choosing for this are the adults that watched that show as children. They want to bring a much more serious nature to the first season, but match the same energy that the third season had of the show. So they don't want to go too crazy like the horrible movie that shall not be named did. but they
That
do
M.
want to.
Night shall not be
We're
named.
looking at you, M.
Yeah.
Night.
But they do want to bring a more mature aspect to the entire series. This series, they spent a lot of money on this series. A lot of money. It's like $15 million an episode.
Yeah, an
Crazy.
episode.
Which is nuts.
They currently hold the Guinness World Book of Record for using the largest LED stage of all time for this series. They're putting in
Wow.
massive amounts of effort, and I just think it's got a chance.
So look, I'm gonna go ahead and I hope what I'm about to say doesn't cause the heavens themselves to crack open and lightning strike me in my chest.
I'm gonna get my pitchfork.
So after about probably like a 15-year battle, I have finally started watching Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay,
So
I'll put my pitchfork back. That's good news.
It's been a show that I have neglected for literally decades because everybody around me was pressuring me. And for some reason one day I was just bored and I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna watch the first couple episodes of Avatar. So it's happened. I fought it most of my life, and
Do you like it so far?
Yeah, I'm into it. It's not too bad.
That's
It's
what
not
I'm
bad.
There's no reason to fight it, man.
It's
You gotta
dope.
embrace it.
Well, watch this series and then, you'll get the live action series and hopefully they do a good adaptation, which is exactly what they're trying to pull off. They are not trying to reimagine this series. They literally just want to bring it to a more realistic aspect like the third season was. And I hope they accomplish that goal. I really do.
Nice.
And I hope we get a lot of the content. I mean, if they could do shot for shot, I'd be like, awesome. They could completely plagiarize it. I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, I mean that's true to adaptation, like they want.
Yeah.
Another thing that I thought was really cool that Netflix showed us was we kind of got a first look at the One Piece show that's coming out.
Yeah.
Which live action animes is rough, to be honest. There's really not a good one, but they physically built these pirate ships that are in this show, and they did a great job doing it. These are some of the most well-constructed set pieces that I think I've ever seen anyone do, and they took the time to make sure that the detailing was in these boats. So
that sounds sweet.
You're gonna see it because I have to showcase that on the screen, but they look insane.
Wow.
yeah. And the fact that they are
look at that boat.
boats.
Damn.
Look at
that
all those
detail.
boats.
Ooh, that. Oh, I remember that from the show.
Right. Look at that
They're
lamb
still
head
No, he
right
doesn't.
there.
No, he doesn't.
No way. All right.
No, you don't. You're a liar.
And then another show that I do want to talk about. I'm getting to them. Don't worry. It's going to be Resident Evil. So Netflix is doing another Resident Evil series.
Maybe
it is going to follow Jade Wesker,
We'll
the
see.
daughter of Albert Wesker.
Yep, you had it.
Word.
You wanted to say Alfred
14
Wesker.
years after the outbreak situation. It seems like based on the trailer that life's kind of getting back to normal. Well, in an umbrella, creepy martial law kind of way.
In an umbrella environment.
Yeah.
And then the animals and all the other living things start to mutate from the T virus because it's not gone, and shit hits the fan and Resident Evil occurs. But they have this really dope, like kind of like 50s futuristic vibe going for it. And I really dig it. It's kind of like, it looks like it's going to mess with your head a little bit.
So look, here's Alex here, Resident Evil fan. So here's my thing. I don't think it looks bad. I want to start by saying when it comes to the Resident Evil properties, I'm extremely optimistic because I know it is a franchise that either way, you're not really going to please a lot of people no matter what decisions you make in live action. I didn't mind the original stuff, but it did get extremely goofy after a while and just became like an Expendables style action film.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I do appreciate the fact that the Netflix series is trying to reinvent it and kind of do its own thing with it. But I'm also afraid that that's going to cause that show to burn like the new movie did, which I also enjoyed. So, I mean, I don't know. I do think it's interesting to follow Wesker's children of all people. That's a little wild.
And it is confirmed too that Jade Wesker has a sister.
Yeah.
Which means there's two of them.
She's probably the evil one.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, man.
The one who's basically Wesker 2.0.
But I kind of really dig like the brainwash society and like thriller aspects that they're kind of bringing to it. I think it's an interesting route to go. And I think it could like pull like a crowd. And Resident Evil 8 got a lot of attention. Resident Evil 4 is going to get a lot of attention. So it might be a good idea to kind of jump on that.
We will see.
A couple more shout outs that I just want to do really quick. So there's this one movie coming out called Sea Beast. For all you parents out there who love kaiju, but it's too scary to show your kids, you can start them on this. It's made by the same people who did Moana. Yeah, it's kind of like a little Pixar movie about hunting fucking kaiju. So,
yeah, and the guy is played by Carl Urban from The Boys.
From The Boys.
So
it looks really cute and really funny.
He's a great actor.
And speaking of him, the directors from The Boys have a new movie coming out as well called Blasted, revolving around a workaholic, right? And his friend who's a laser tag enthusiast who like are gonna throw the best bachelor party ever. And then some crazy shit happens and aliens invade, and then they like travel through time or some shit, and aliens and war and all that for a bachelor party, written by the same people who did The Boys.
Good Lord.
So that's gonna be fucking nuts.
That just sounds like a good time.
Right. Earth Go Hard.
A good gory time, probably.
Earth Go Hard trademarked.
And then we've been seeing trailers for a while too. Spiderhead starring Matthew McConaughey is coming out. It's looking like it's going to be pretty good psychological thriller. Farzar, made by Roger Black, is coming. Looks like a sci-fi rated R cartoon. We all know Netflix loves doing those. Pokemon's coming back to Netflix. They've got new Pokemon coming out. I want to take a second for Pokemon because like it's been around since I was a child. It's been around since before I was a child. Yeah. Kids today still trade Pokemon cards. Like that's still a thing.
It'll never die.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Crazy.
That collection will never be complete for anybody.
And it's nuts how far and how influential Pokemon has become. I don't know if Alex will be able to find it, but there's like a chart somewhere that shows like the top grossing brands of all time. And Pokemon's like number 2 or some shit.
Good Lord. I'll look.
Wow, look at these brands.
Look at these brands that may not be.
Look at all these brands.
Much success.
Low key, I think Hello Kitty might be number 1.
Yeah, I believe that.
You know, and then there were also a couple other shows coming out, you know, looking like some horror ones like Midnight Club, School Tales, which is like Japanese rendition of some kids who have camcorder.
Oh, Lord.
And they get into shit. But of course, this event has already been going on for 4 days. So those are just kind of things that poked out to me that I thought were interesting. Definitely check it out for yourself. It is Geeked Week hosted by Netflix. It's all online. Go look it up. Each episode is like 2 hours episode. It was like an event, not an episode, but you know what I'm saying. But of course, also that's going on is the Summer Game Fest. So I'm actually going to throw it to a Super Symbiote right now to go over some of the games that caught his eye and see what he's got to say about those.
All right. Hello, everybody. It's Super Symbiote. You know me, and I'm going to cover the games on this certain Summer Game Fest that we had. And on my end, there's going to be a good bit of horror games because I feel like that's just what I was interested in the most out of the whole thing. So I've got a couple here I just want to, talk to you guys about because I know we all saw it. So the first one I'm actually super excited about is going to be The Quarry, which is Supermassive's return, the spiritual successor to Until Dawn, which was a fantastic story-driven, choice-based horror survival game. A lot of that like feel and emotion came from the characters and the actors who were a part of the story, and they all did a fantastic job. And the one thing I like about these games is like I'll fall into the loop of not paying attention sometimes.
Yeah.
Don't make that mistake because Supermassive games, if you look away for 1 second, that character is dead. And you'll just have to move on. They're gone.
Yeah.
No, yeah, dude. So I first saw The Quarry because I was playing my favorite game on PlayStation, browse the PlayStation store.
Yeah.
Look at games.
Yeah.
And I happened to see
done at least once every day.
Yeah.
I play that shit for hours. But yeah, The Quarry was there, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" I watched the trailer, and I was just blown away. And I don't even play horror games like that, but like, a good story is a good story, and I love seeing real actors. Like,
yeah. Have you played
in
Until
video
Dawn?
games? No.
You probably love that shit.
highly recommend.
I know. It's really hard for me to play horror games. So.
And honestly,
there's a lot coming out that look
yeah,
really good. So
Until Dawn was a really good looking game, but like to see the trailer for this game, like it looks so good. It really does.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking on the trailer, you may have noticed David Arquette is actually going to be a part of this game. There's some other actors involved, like Brenda Song, Ethan Suplee, Lynn Shay, who is actually just known for the Insidious franchise. So I feel like anytime you say the lady from Insidious, you know exactly who I'm talking about. And the setting for this one is actually a campground, and there will be 9 playable characters you will transition between. And all of these kids are on their summer trip doing their thing when all of a sudden terrible stuff starts to happen and they start to disappear. So it is
9
up to
people
us.
that can die.
Yeah, it is up to us to uncover this mystery.
Honestly, if you listen, go watch the bit of gameplay footage they showed like the first 10 minutes of the game, I think.
It's really
something
clean.
around that, and it was really cool, and there were already so many dumb decisions made by these teenagers. And you're just gonna be frustrated and terrified.
Yeah,
but you're gonna be trying to save their fucking lives. It's not gonna happen.
I'm garbage at these games, and all of those kids are gonna die. That's going to be my ending, is that all the kids are going to die. And then I'm going to cheat and I'm going to look up a guide, and then all the kids are going to live, but all of the kids are going to die.
Yeah, it's a very stay focused and understand what you're doing type game. So
YouTube's going to flag us for that sentence I just said.
Yeah. If you're into that sort of stuff, if you like Until Dawn, definitely check out The Quarry. It's a huge return for them because their other studio does Dark Pictures. So this is Supermassive Games' spiritual successor. So it's coming back, but we're going to move right on along to a game we've covered already, but we got a little bit more of an in-depth look at for just a second at the Game Fest, and that's going to be Resident Evil 4. Of course, the original Resident Evil 4 is like a massive game to me. I hold it very close to my heart. I played it on the GameCube all the time as a kid. So being a fan of Resident Evil and a fan of Leon, 4 just looks, I mean, come on. This is like the best Resident Evil's gonna get.
Good. That looks so good.
Yeah, that'll probably be my first Resident Evil that I actually finish. Will be the Resident Evil 4 remake.
Finish.
Yeah. It's a lot longer than 2 or 3, so I think that one being remade is gonna actually be worth whatever the price
do you
is.
remember the first time you saw that like gigantic motherfucker like chase you down?
Yeah, dude, you've got the
with the
baghead
beggar?
man with the chainsaw.
Yo,
You've
imagine the
got
first
giant
baghead
fish.
man with the chainsaw you see. That's gonna be terrifying. Imagine the catfish.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
forgot about the cat.
I'm not prepared,
Catfish.
but I feel like I have just enough memory of 4 to where with the new mechanics, I'm gonna kill it.
Honestly, though,
Hopefully.
you know who I'm most excited to see? The merchant.
The merchant. Yeah.
What are you buying?
What are you selling? What are you buying?
I'm so excited to see that, dude. I feel like he's gonna look so crazy. He's just gonna hit us with that line, and we're gonna be like,
I love that. Also, it's an Easter egg in Resident Evil 8. One of the random times you walk into the room, the big merchant guy will actually do the "What are you buying?" and then he'll be like, "Ah, just kidding." A friend of mine says that all the time over on the other side of the country or something like that, and it's hilarious.
Lots of theories attributed to that. Just that sentence alone.
Yeah, there's gonna be it's gonna be a whole lot of things we're gonna see remastered and scarier form than we've ever seen it before. So Resident Evil 4, it's going on my pre-order list, so I'm gonna have to cop it.
it's gonna be good. Yeah, I'll probably get it.
All right, so that's going to move us right on into the next one, which is a game, again, we've talked about before, but we are all pretty excited for, and that's going to be the Callisto Protocol, which is made from the Dead Space crew, so it genuinely has a scary sci-fi feel to it. The creatures look absolutely disgusting. So I'm like extremely excited, but I know that game's gonna cause me so much panic.
Oh man, it's gonna be
Same. The sweat.
I feel like
controller is not
oh,
gonna work
man.
with how sweaty my palms will be.
I'll be scared at night in my bed.
I mean, Dead Space was kind of famous for like leaving you kind of on your own for a little bit, and you wouldn't really find too much ammo or other weapons or anything. So I imagine with the new graphics, like this is gonna feel too real to play something like
and
this.
at least the Callisto project seems to have a pretty solid melee combat option. So
yeah, the
you won't be
gameplay that
fully
we got,
helpless.
it was fantastic.
Honestly, the way it plays kind of reminded me of like The Last of Us,
Yeah,
like a little
could
bit
see
in like
that.
mechanics. So I
Yeah,
feel like it'll be similar, which
Yeah,
would be
maybe.
dope. I mean, you could kill so many people in that game.
yeah. So I mean, I don't even know what else to say to that besides the footage that's showing on the screen right now. It kind of speaks for itself. It's an extremely terrifying looking game.
Callisto.
Such good
So,
footage.
Yeah,
game
such
Yeah.
fantastic footage. I think it's going to
Good
have a
job.
pretty good
High
story.
fives all around.
So that'll be pretty exciting. Of course, we've spoken about it a couple times on the show. So
Yeah, if
check
you
out
haven't seen the trailer yet, go look.
get a
I'm
good
sorry,
get a good like look at the trailer. Yeah, get the audio playing and everything because it's a pretty spooky game.
Yeah,
The
probably gonna be one
next-
of the best horror games
Oh yeah, hopefully it doesn't end
that
up
year.
being bad. But I mean, another one is just kind of a shout out. I just happened to see that this was coming back, and it's a game I remember at least attempting to play years and years ago. That is Layers of Fear is getting a Unreal Engine 5 remake, which came out a long time ago. So I mean, it was pretty good horror game. Like I said, I never got too far into it, but I know it had a pretty good cult following behind it. So they're coming back, rebuilding their graphic system and their monsters, and they are going to be releasing that. So we're actually going to move past that because I don't really know anything more about it. We're gonna
Never
talk
heard of the
about
first one, but
we're gonna
that's
talk
cool.
about something that I do know something about, and that's gonna be the new Saints Row. Now look,
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel. I am a big fan of the Saints Row franchise. I always tell people it was never meant to be taken serious. You know, they know what they are. They are the GTA spoof, and that's what they strive to be. With this one, I'm not really sure what the grab is here. You're in like a kind of like desert town from the way it looks, and the characters are kind of random. So it's like I'm not quite sure what the overall goal is of this one. It may be to just go around and cause mayhem and make a name for the Saints. I don't know. But of course, Saints Row has always had a extremely wild character creation. And looks like this one is also gonna be what brings in a good bit of players, is just the wild options you'll have to build the wackiest character you can possibly imagine. I mean, I've made everything from like the Joker to the legit Silver Surfer. He
Yeah,
was
I've been the Green
metallic.
Goblin before. And
Like, it's extremely wild. You can make Buff Homer. Like, it's wild what all you can do in Saints Row. So I mean, from what we've seen so far, I'll have to get my hands on it and I'll have to play it before I can officially say, like, oh, yeah, that was great. But I don't know. It looks really goofy and cartoony. So I'll give it a chance. And, you know, it's
You're gonna
Saints
get it
Row.
and be like, y'all gotta get this.
This your
Big
fight.
hard.
I feel like honestly, the reason why they keep showing wacky and crazy characters is I feel like they're low key trying to be like, you're gonna make your gang. I feel like there's gonna be like a lot of character creation involved. Um, and those are just like examples. So like, you can make a whole gang of goblins if you wanted to.
See, what
Knock
I
a
think
goblin
is
around the city. That would be crazy.
what I think is wild, and I don't think they've said anything yet, is like they are the definitive GTA spoof. So I think it would be wild if they had like a Saints Row online for this game. But
I'm surprised they don't.
yeah, I mean, it would be, I don't know to say it would be a great idea, but it would definitely be interesting. I would check it out. So yeah, if you like Saints Row, they're making a remake. It's whole new characters, whole new setting, whole new story. So you can dive back into it. And the next one, been kind of dancing away from because I don't want to get Red over here a little bit too heated. But the next one, I will say, from the gameplay footage, it looked pretty cool. That's going to be the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 remake. That was one of the Call of Duty games out of like maybe 2 or 3 that growing up, that was the definitive one. Like there was Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2. That was the best Call of Duty games we had. Red's gone.
Just left, man. So mad.
I don't
I
understand
can't
what
believe we're wasting more time on Call of Duty.
Now look, now I will say this: Call of Duty Online is literally the same thing. It's recycled over and over again, and they even said it in the presentation. Oh, we're gonna do Warzone 2.0.
Yeah.
So you know?
See, I feel you though,
what's the
because
point?
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was the best Call of Duty, in my opinion.
But the
and there's another
story-
Modern Warfare 2. So the story is going to be fucking
Yeah.
rad.
The story for this one is probably going to be worth a play if it's like a recreation of the
They just got
story
a
from
thing
the
for
original.
twos, man.
Yeah.
There was Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2.
Black
That
Ops
was a
2
great
was a good
one.
game. It had a good
know,
story, fun
World War
mechanics.
2, that was a good one.
It's the
now Modern
twos.
Warfare 2 again. So it just makes sense.
Yeah. It's the curse of the twos, man. Only the twos will be good titles for Call of Duty. But
Right.
I mean, I'm not a massive Call of Duty fan. Yeah, Rhett is just absolutely negative
I'm not
on
a
that
massive
fact.
5,000 gigabyte game.
Yeah,
I'm not
it
a
is.
massive
It's
fan
massive.
of having to own a separate PlayStation for Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's massive.
That's where the PC would laugh
I'll
at you right there. That's your PC master race.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, there you go. The PC just pooped on that
all
whole
of us get
thing.
shit on, but either way.
Yeah, yep,
I
yep.
mean, I'm sure it'll be fun, but I don't know if it'll be worth like $70 probably for the base game
Yeah,
and
more
at
than
least like
likely.
500 gigs.
Yeah, but I mean,
Probably
it's
all
coming.
gigs.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, everybody predicted it. It's finally coming. Actually, one last thing. I just kind of want to skim over it, but I've been seeing a little bit of talk about the Midnight Suns game. Uh, it's cool in theory,
Yeah.
but I'm losing interest in it as it passes. I did a little bit of research on it. It is actually a turn-based strategy game.
Yeah.
And you have a whole bunch of different characters you can pick. You've got anybody from Ghost Rider to Scarlet Witch to Spider-Man.
Are we talking like Mario
No.
Rabbids style?
No. Hold on. Let me switch your flip. Let me flip your switch.
Let me switch your flips here.
I hadn't heard about this until I saw the trailer for it, and I saw that it was Firaxis Games doing it, and they're the devs behind the Civilization game.
So is this like
Yeah.
a real-time
Man.
strategy game?
Yeah, so it'll be, I assume it'll be like Civ, but Marvel characters, which I've recently got into the Civ games. They're a lot of fun.
It'll be like
And I think
StarCraft
I'm actually
or Command
super
and
into it.
Conquer.
It could be
Yeah.
something like that. And
I
I mean,
mean-
yeah, they have a lot of those, but I don't know. Don't be turned off by the turn based just yet. I'm sure like Firaxis puts a lot of care into their games, a lot of detail. So I think it will be a really cool game.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, that's gonna be Midnight Suns, Xbox. You guys will finally get a taste of Yuri Lowenthal's Spider-Man, which we've had for quite some time. He's fantastic. You're gonna love him.
He's a really good match. to
Yeah,
be
he is
honest.
he's fantastic. You're gonna love him. Hopefully, I do hope one day that those games get ported to Xbox because they are fantastic games, and I feel like people on Xbox should experience that story.
Yeah, and I want Elder Scrolls 6 on my
So,
PS5.
yeah, we can make a
6.
trade.
You can do a trade.
Yeah, we'll
7?
give you
We have an offer you can't refuse.
by the time Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, we will give you Spider-Man 1 and 2 and Miles Morales.
Yeah,
if
we'll
you
make
give
that
us Elder
decision.
Scrolls 6.
We'll set up
Yeah.
the deal.
Yeah, so if you hear this offer, just take it.
Yeah.
But with all that fun stuff said, I hope you guys have enjoyed my little horror game segment. I'm actually going to throw it over to Naboo, who is going to cover your indie games for this summer game fest. So take it away, Naboo.
That's right. It's Naboo, that's who. And of course, I'm here with all the indie news. But first, I am going to just highlight a few games that don't quite fall into the indie category, but also they kind of do. But first, we're going to talk about Aliens Dark Descent. It's getting a lot of buzz right now. They showed a lot about it. It's a new Aliens game from the, like, it involves the aliens from the movies. Oh my God. My mic.
Your mic, it's attacking
Sorry, hold
you.
on. But yeah, it's a new Aliens game involving the xenomorphs. It also seems like it might be a turn-based strategy game, kind of similar to XCOM is what I got from the little bit of gameplay I saw, but the trailers look really cool. I mean, who doesn't love a good alien fucking up some astronauts?
It is also
You
how
know, but-
Fire Emblem operates too, and that's wildly
Yeah.
successful.
That's true.
That's
It could be
fair.
more like that. But I feel like it's getting a lot of buzz, so you should check that out if you're a horror fan and a video game fan. But yeah, now we'll move into more indie games. And I'm going to start off with a really, really cool one. We're going to talk about Fort Solace, which is
Yes.
That looks
it's
cool.
a new sci-fi horror story game, similar to Dead Space, and starring two incredible voice actors I'm sure everyone in the gaming community is familiar with, Troy Baker and Roger Clark.
You like jelly beans?
What a matchup. What a team up. Here.
That is a marketing ploy from hell right
it's
there.
something I never know I actually wanted until I saw it type of situation. And then when I saw those two together, I mean, that's Arthur Morgan, dude. And like half of the
That'll be
voices in
alright.
video games. Troy Baker does so much.
He's the king, dude. He's my overall gotta be my favorite video game actor. He's just a master.
Yeah, I think both of them are just experts at what they do, and to see them come together for another game that is taking inspiration from Dead Space and giving us a nice horror story.
Right.
So
Have y'all noticed how much space and horror we've been getting into in 2022?
Yeah. Yeah. And the
It's
amount of
always
dead
been a popular
space.
theme.
Just think
And
about
now
that
with
zeitgeist
billionaires
for a
going to
second.
space, man,
SAT.
it's more possible than ever. But
Spelling
we'll
bee.
move on from that. Even though you should also go check that out for sure.
Yeah.
We're gonna move into just a little highlight that I'm really into. It's actually a game called High Water. It seems it's like a strategy game set in a world that has suffered global warming, and so as the title of the game suggests, it's a world almost totally submerged.
I don't
and
remember
you
this
are
one.
Yeah, it was a little indie game. It's going to be a kind of somber, explorative, tranquil kind of game, it looked like. But probably pretty sad, which I'm all about. They usually have great stories in games like these. But yeah, we can move right on past that. Also, another one we'll just kind of gloss over here, Flashback 2. Now, I feel like this is really big news for people who are in the generation right before us, maybe even before them, because Flashback actually is a 30-year-old game. They're releasing this sequel 30 years later.
Yep.
It's an old side scroller from the Genesis, man. Like then they were like, "Oh hey, what's up? We got your sequel." Sorry it took so long.
Yeah.
That's absolutely nuts.
We finally finished.
All I'm seeing online are a lot of people super excited to relive their childhood a bit in a new way too. It's just it's a new game. It's not even a remake of the first. It's the sequel. So
heck yeah,
get excited for that. That's really cool. A next one. It's really big. We got a trailer for Evil, or what is it? Dead Island 2. So,
Yeah.
and what looked to be Dead Island 2 ended up being Goat Simulator 3, the second installment of the Goat Simulator franchise. Goat Simulator 3.
Those bastards.
Wait, hold on. Is it Goat Simulator 3 or 2?
It's called Goat Simulator 3.
Yeah,
really?
It is the second game.
They're probably being coy with
and
the
that's
title.
why they copied the Dead Island 2 trailer, just like they did for the Goat Simulator trailer. They copied the Dead Island 1 trailer. So
that's ridiculous.
They've got a gag running.
Oh my god.
But
it's like
the Simulator game was really fun.
The developers just an asshole, just like the goat that you play as.
Like, I was so excited because I thought we were finally getting Dead Island 2 on a new gen, and they were just like, no, we're just gonna give you another fucking goat game.
They're pretty dope.
Ghost Sim was fun. Ghost Sim was fun, and this one looks even crazier.
Agitated.
I will probably get it.
It's kind of like Goose Game in a way.
Yeah,
it's more violent.
Untitled Goose Game.
Much more violent. Yeah,
much more violent.
And then
Untitled Goose Game is malicious.
Well, delicious. Yeah, that's true. But moving on to our last big indie reveal, we saw Cuphead: The Delicious Last Course.
The delicious last course.
More Cuphead.
More Cuphead. Enhanced, new music, new backgrounds. The devs were super excited about it. I'm super excited about it.
Yo, did you see the dev playing for the showcase?
They're always nasty.
We saw
dude.
a dev who's a god at that game.
He was killing
They're
it.
Always nasty.
He didn't get touched.
I feel like I'm one of the select few people that has, not horrible anxiety, but it's pretty shitty. And for some reason, Cuphead to me is so close to a strategy game that it helps me like focus. So I kept getting I was like, I think I'm going to try Cuphead on PC. And everyone was like, you are going to hate it. Like, do not waste your money, dude. You are going to hate it. And it was the complete opposite. I Cuphead is so fun. I've seen the show on Netflix. It's a great show. So excited for more Cuphead content. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild. So yeah, and that was just a few of them. Like we said before, there were so many games that were just released on the days we're talking about. There's still days happening. It's going all the way to Tuesday, so I'm sure by the time this episode is released, all of it should be out. So go back, watch it all.
Yeah.
Have your mind blown with all the good stuff to look forward to. And with that, I will throw it back to our host of the night, Fluff McGruff. Thanks
All
for having
right,
me.
I'm back with Fluff McGruffy time, and I do want to talk a little bit more about Summer Game Festival. I saw to kind of share in this moment because something that we're a
What?
huge fan of on this channel, which actually inspired our first ever podcast episode, is Naughty Dog and
Not wrong.
The Last of Us. So we've got some Last of Us news to give to you. I asked earlier what you want to do first. Did anyone ever make that decision?
Well, first off, I would like to say Naughty Dog came to this event and dominated.
Right. They were so casual about it though. So casual.
The event was happening and and then Naughty Dog was there and they just took the space. They commanded the room. It was all about Naughty Dog the rest of the time. That was probably what most people took away from it.
No, yeah.
Naughty Dog.
I'll just go in the
It was
order
awesome.
that they went. So the first thing that they did, which was just out of nowhere, dude literally walks on stage and he's like, yeah, I guess we'll show you some footage for a new game we've been working on. It's a multiplayer Last of Us game that's just as big as our other games and like has a massive story just like our other Last of Us games. So basically it's just another Last of Us game that you can play with your friends. Yeah. And then it was like, how do you just casually like
yeah, that was was the secret multiplayer game that they've been working on. It was just set in the world of The Last of Us.
So like,
let's go.
And the fact that Naughty Dog just couldn't be like, oh well, we'll make a multiplayer game where they fight zombies and stuff. That nah, got to do a whole story for it.
Yeah,
got to do a whole world building thing. Like it's not that easy. You can't just do that. You have to make the whole thing, which is exactly what they did. Very excited to see that game. Very excited to play it with y'all. I'm gonna get that on drop, like guaranteed. Gonna happen.
Oh yeah, all three of us are, bro. We are gonna jump in to the world of The Last of Us.
Yeah, and then the other thing that they announced was the first Last of Us, the one we know and love so much. Well, it got a bit of an upgrade. They completely rebuilt the game from the ground up for the new gen consoles.
I'm not ready.
You gotta get those side by side pictures.
Yeah,
up here.
Look
at the comparison photos,
look at Ellie,
guys.
Look at her freckles.
With it, it's gonna follow the same basis that like most remakes do nowadays. So it's gonna have a lot of influence on the part 2 mechanics, and the only difference is you're just gonna be Joel, and it's gonna be fantastic. We're gonna have to live through the misery again, but it's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm so ready.
I'm not even mad about this remake. I don't know why people would be.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped for it.
Some people did get mad on the internet saying like they can't believe that they're pushing another Last of Us remaster, but that's the thing. It's not a remaster. It's a remake.
Yeah,
right.
It's ground up, rebuilt.
Completely new. Anything that they wanted to include in the old one that they couldn't in this one, guess what's probably going to be there, right? Because they actually have the engine to support everything that they wanted to do. So the fear-inducing scenes are going to be more fearful.
Yeah,
it's going to be So awesome. And honestly, out of all the people we played as, Abby, Ellie, Joel's the bee's knees. He is the coolest dude. All right. I love just punching people with Joel.
Yeah,
And it's gonna be crazy.
the melee mechanics.
And then also another thing I'm excited to see is like that mask mechanic come back. Because with Ellie, that's not ever anything you have to worry about. She's immune.
Yeah.
But in Last of Us, granted, it wasn't really like a huge thing, but like you had to have your mask and shit and have that on so that you could go through the spores and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of interested, just kind of see the improvements that they make. And of course, like it's so beautifully made that you can see the salt behind Ellie's eyes. Like,
yeah, it looks insane. That trailer was just mind blowing.
Yeah. What a presentation.
yeah. So Naughty Dog killing it for us. Very excited to see. And of course, as we also know, there is a Last of Us series.
Yes.
That is.
Oh my God. I literally almost forgot. They
Yeah.
triple threat this thing. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, they gave us new information about the Last of Us series coming out. They showed us some stills of Joel and Ellie next to each other.
Looks so
and
good.
It looks fantastic. I'm so excited for that series.
You're not even gonna say the best part?
No, you can take it, man. Take it.
Not only that, they revealed they've been hiding a big ass secret this whole time that they have the voice actors of Joel and Ellie, Troy Baker and Ashley. Ashley what?
Ashley Johnson, yeah. And I was gonna say,
they're in the show.
While we were watching the presentation, I even sent to the group chat. I said the way that Ashley looks at Troy when he talks is magical. Like you can feel the love between them two because they've been these characters in horrible situations in mocap suits having to reenact this stuff with each other. So you can tell the chemistry is just insane between the two of them now.
And now we get to see them play, I assume, whole new characters.
Yeah, he wouldn't say. He wouldn't say.
Yeah,
we don't know too specifically, but they're in the show, and that has to be enough for you who were skeptical.
It's great to see.
At least give it a shot.
Yeah,
producers throw love like that to the original voice actors because
I mean Pedro Pascal looks nuts as Joel.
I think the casting's great, man.
Oh yeah. I'm ready. So lots of Last of Us information to get excited about. If you like the little cordyceps motherfuckers, get ready because you're getting a
live
lot
action
of it in the future. And with that, we're going to move on to the Fluffs Fumbles.
Yeah, you guys stuck it out this long.
We did it.
All right. So,
Fluffs Fumbles.
There it is.
Fluffs Fumbles.
So that's actually fairly fitting today because the Fluffs Fumbles this week is actually me. Both of them.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
This man.
Right there. And the reason is because, we want to bring y'all the best content, and there is just so much content
to bring. There's a lot happening this summer.
We brought what we wanted to. So by the time, this is airing, the entire event's done. You can watch it.
Yeah.
You can watch the Geeked Week that Netflix put on, watch every single trailer that they put out. You can watch the Summer Game Fest. You can watch the Xbox Showcase. You can watch every single thing by the time this episode airs and let us know what it is you would like us to cover in the future, because there is a lot and we kind of need some direction. We're going to continue to do what we want to, but let us know that way.
And sorry, we have jobs. We would love to cover this whole festival.
And
we are not prepared for that.
I'm gonna slide in here real nasty and say get ready for the next episode too, boys, because we're cranking a game show, baby. It'll be game show week.
Got another game show coming out. I'll tease a segment as well. In the near future, we'll have a new segment. What's it called? I don't know yet.
Diaper time.
Oh
What
my
are we doing? I'll tell you what we're doing. I'll give that away. Should I give that away? No, I won't give that away.
All right, I'm editing that out.
Keep
That
the
was whack.
surprise. Keep the surprise.
All right. Well, we might as well wrap it because we got 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Should I like take it from something? I'll just start.
be
All
like,
right.
and
And that, as always, guys, was the Whack Cast. I have been one of your hosts, Fluff McGruff.
I'm Super Symbiote.
I'm Naboo. That's who.
Make sure you click that like button. Make sure you ring that bell. Get notified of when we are still on Spotify. Don't forget, Spotify now has the video casts as well. So you can listen to us audio. You can watch us in video. We're everywhere. We're taking over the internet like a virus through your emails.
Like a slow
Right.
festering
John.
virus.
Very, very slow festering virus. But we hope you enjoy the infection.
Of fun.
Thank you.
There you go. See you next week, guys.
Bye-bye.
Now that's a whack production.